that, and you repeated that phrase, we will all decide together as to how it all comes together. How does that happen? How do we all decide?
We do an implementation strategy plan. So it's basically an outline of all the projects, okay? When we come back, we're going to present our findings, right? And this will be done with the city council. It's not over at that point, okay? You still have time to give input on what we're recommending.
I'm Katie Barr. I'm here with the crew of Boca Watch. We're out on the water today, and we're going to take a look around at what EDSA is planning for our waterfront parks. There's a lot to see, and it's a whole different ballpark when you're looking from the water. So little by little, we'll take you down the Intracoastal, and we'll point out some highlights. Right now, we're cruising with Monica Moyet. Monica is the former chairperson of the city's Green Living Advisory Board.
Right.
She's current Florida Regional Climate Leader for the Climate Reality Project. Coming up in front of us also is Ocean Strand, and there's a lot of different opinions when it comes to Ocean Strand. We know it's a gorgeous setting, gorgeous natural setting.
Yep.
At one point it was home to a half a dozen private residences.
Okay.
And now it is owned by the Beach and Park, and we're hoping to see great things happen there too.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a blank slate right now, but I think it needs to be a quiet, passive place for people to relax in. I don't think it needs event space or a restaurant or anything like that. It's on the barrier island, which is a very precarious place to put all that kind of stuff. So I think it just needs to be a place that people can go and enjoy either from the water or from the road, from the bicycle, from using a bike, to just be a passive place to enjoy nature and the environment.
I know Ocean Strand is not such a wide park, it's narrow. Mm-hmm. It goes from the Intracoastal to the ocean. It has a usable road. What else would you like to see here?
I think we need to keep it natural, so this park is very unique. You have the east parcel, which is Oceanside, and then you have the west parcel here, which is Intercoastal side. And the Beach and Park District purchased this decades ago, and it's just sat as vacant land. Every park, in my mind, needs to be different. So we don't need 14 waterfront parks with all the same thing. Like, we don't need a splash pad at every single park. So I think this park for Ocean Strand, you can maybe have some parking there and then public beach access. Maybe concessions such as a restroom. But all in all, I think we just need to keep it passive.
Now here we are coming up upon Gumbo Limbo. Gumbo Limbo is one of our pride and joys in the city. It's an educational center. It's affiliated with FAU. It's a scene for many fundraisers and turtle rescues, and perhaps Jessica will tell us what else.
Hi, so Gumbo Limbo is my favorite place in the city of Boca. Like Katie said, we have the FAU Marine Lab studies the turtles, and so they bring the turtles in from the beach. Every other nest is marked. Some of them they grab from the nests on the beach once they hatch, and they study them inside the Marine Lab at Gumbo Limbo. So if you do a tour there, you can see all these little baby hatchlings, which is really cool. So my only thing with the city's consultant was they wanted to put some sort of event space at Gumbo Limbo, and that definitely does not need to happen. Like, let's keep it quiet. There's no need for a massive event space here. So there's nature trails. There used to be a lookout tower. So the nature trails connect to Red Reef Park, which is where we're going next. So you can actually take a boardwalk trail all the way down.
So now we'll talk to Jim Wood a little bit, another Boca Watch volunteer and very influential as far as what's happening around our parks and in our community.
Well, one of the things that, like the Boca Resort, is known for having a significant impact on the architecture and the cachet of Boca. I think Gumbo Limbo has had a similar effect on Boca with respect to sensitivity to the environment. Look at how aware people are of turtle habits and nesting, and basically people come from around the world to attend Gumbo Limbo and see the programs and some of the innovative research they're doing. So I think the gumbo limbo has to be maintained as is, but just made better.
Here we are coming up upon Red Reef, and Red Reef is a great little beach. It's got our 9-hole golf course, it's got beach parking, it's got golf parking, and they've really done a beautiful job making it more user-friendly for the public. What do you think about that, Jeff?
I think Red Reef is great. It's public access, so you can have a beach pass and park there. One of the things I love about Red Reef is you can go there and it connects to Gumbo Limbo through a boardwalk which goes through the mangroves. So it's nature and natural, and you can see nature in its own habitat.
Jess, I think EDSA in their suggestions, including Red Reef, were to include snorkeling gear, rental for that. Perhaps we might want to think about renourishing the reef or doing something about inviting the fish as well as the snorkelers back to the area.
Yes, there is a reef on the east side of Red Reef that was suffocated by the continuous beach dredging. So now if you snorkel Red Reef, there's nothing. It's just beach, when in the past it was an actual reef. So I think we need to go back to the drawing board as far as if we're going to rent snorkel equipment, we need to have something to look at. And a lot of cities are doing these man-made reefs to bring back the marine life, and I think that's something we really need to look at.